up an ID. These from a distance, they start to catch girls and start to steal and they let them out. It's like a thief in the night. I see my teeth.
Hey guys, Darden.com, and of course the House of Biceps. Alright guys, I am here at the House of Biceps ready to rock and roll. It is a hot one outside today. Thermometer, it's 4 in the afternoon, something like that. Thermometer's reading 50 C. Don't really know what that is. I can put that up over here in the Celsiograms. So you can have an idea what that is. Cats all over me. It's food time. Plan for today. Well, I've been doing a bunch of therapy work nonstop. Back was pretty tore up all week, mostly because my abs and hams were extremely sore, pulling me out of balance. I have had my E-stim units, plural, on me pretty much nonstop all day and all night long for the last 5 days. Those things work absolutely amazing. I feel much better. Able to actually sleep on my left side on my painful arm and wake up without a ton of pain. So, but I've still got to be smart. It's my week not to do farmers, so it's either Yoke or Conan's wheel, really getting the itch to do the tire. Don't have the itch to get injured or to end up with that thing stuck sitting out there by myself. So I've got to make a game time decision on what I'm going to do. It needs to be a technical week, no matter what I do either way. As usual, we are looking at stones today. Right back up in here. Got some stones to do. I want to do work. I'm going to do serious, hardcore, breathtaking work on stones today. I've got an idea what I want to do. It does not sound fun. It sounds like a near-death experience. But I also still want to load that 365. I don't care if I have to load it to a sand bucket. I want to load it somewhere, and I want to celebrate like a madman when I'm done. And then, of course, log. I do believe today is back to 5s, or I have an option to go for a heavy single. I'll wait and see how I feel when I get there. Deadlifts pulled 5s last week, a single the week before, so today would be rotating back to 3s with chains. We'll see how that goes when I get there as well, but I plan on having lots of fun. All right, guys, I'm getting back in the gym doing a little bit more mobility work. Make sure my shoulder is rocking and ready to go. I'm ready to get moving today. Oh, that shoulder hurts. Shoulder's hurting on pretty much the entire run, from the pickup to get-go all the way down through the end. The more the bar wants to move, the more it's shifting that entire scapula, setting on my trap. So I went inside, covered everything again with hot cream, got me a t-shirt. Let's see what we can manage. Oh, gosh. All right, guys, that set was less than stellar. If you can watch as I'm carrying the yoke, I've been watching myself the last couple of weeks. Watch the top bar across the yoke. It's been going like this as I walk, which is bad. It means the bar is shifting, the weight sitting on me instead of me carrying the weight. I just added another plate on this. This puts it at 770, I think, 350 kilos. I got no business doing this, but if you were on the Facebooks yesterday, you saw my homies Zach And Joe, holy cow, those guys, man, they were playing with the yoke. Zach's a heck of a strongman and power lifter, amazing at both. And then he was flying, doing some raw super yoke training. And Joe, man, he was, first time ever doing the yoke, he was doing this weight. So it hurts. Don't know how far I'll go, don't know if I'll move at all, but those guys did it. I love the pressure, I love the fight, don't love the heat, but gotta try this.
Down.
Come on, Joe. There you go. Good, man. Good. Keep those asses. Damn it. Come on, you can't just back down like that, man. Don't pull me out. Go, Joe. Finish it. I already whacked it. Oh, yeah. Good again. Make yourself.
That's right! That's right! All right, guys, that was pretty exciting. Man, pretty emotional, to be honest. 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago, I attempted this and didn't stand up with it, didn't move with it. I finally got a squat out of it, but nothing more. What did I do different? I did raise up this pole 1 notch, the crossbar 1 notch. Made the pickup a little easier. I think it made the carry a little more difficult. I forget that for the last 15 years, I've pretty much trained people who are shorter than I am. So I've always kept it low. I've learned to pick it low. I've learned to carry it really high. I think the high carry allows for a smoother carry. And on a yoke like this, it's not reinforced. The implement itself doesn't bounce as much. The higher that the weight is, the closer the weight is to this pipe, or at least the more balanced it out is if you have a yoke where the weights are front to back instead of directly on your center of gravity. Watching the video, I could actually take it up another notch, but that's going to throw the balance off that much more. Church bells. Church bells are always a plus when training the super yoke and looking for PR. There's a good chance you're going to see the pale horse and the reaper when doing a PR on the yoke. So church bells are always a plus. All right, guys, trying to give you an idea what kind of itis I've got going on with my shoulder here. This is, well, I've torn this bicep, smashed it pretty good, messed up this lat as well. You see the rotation that this one makes, which is pretty important when you're pulling back on that stone to have that shoulder, arm, bicep, elbow rotation. This arm barely wants to rotate, where this one can rotate here. Once bent, this one doesn't want to rotate. It's painful as I tuck and as I pull. Once my arm is bent here, I can push this lat out where I can't push this lat. I don't have control over that lat. So once I get spread out on the stone, so I can spread that lat out and pull over the stone and pull back. This one, I'm not for sure if I can spread that lat. And once I have it spread, I'm not for sure if I can get it to contract. So I'm gonna continue to warm up on stones, go back and forth between inside and outside, hit the foam roller on this lat, continue smashing it, see if I can't get this thing a little more pliable so I can load some stones. Oh. Ah. All right, guys, that is stones for today. Not exactly what I wanted, but that's what I'm gonna get. I began the training session off by doing work, the 230-pound stone, 10 picks, followed by 10 Atlas squats and a load in a very short period of time left me drained. And that 230 stone is no joke. It's got tons of holes in it. It's really hard to grab a hold of. If I can do that 230, I can do the 245, the 265, and maybe the 285 for something close. And that should probably be my goal for the next couple of months. And then of course, I just had to roll out the 365. I really needed to load that to something. I don't care what it was. I needed to load it to something. There was no way I was getting to the platform. I could tell that my left arm, the rear delt and lat is just not stretching or contracting. It's not working correctly. Needs more work. Lots of foam rolling this coming week. Lots of acupuncture this week. Lots of E-stim this week. The strength is there. When I pulled the 365 up to the 36-inch or 92 centimeter, roughly, yellow tower of doom, we're gonna call it, I did, as I come up, I did feel myself as I'm trying to stretch that arm out. This arm does not want to stretch. That scapula does not want to open. The rear delt does not want to push out. It does not want to allow me to wrap my arms around the object, and then once I can force it there, it does not want to let me pull. So I think I heard when I pulled, I think I heard a little pop. It wasn't a bad pop. I think it's just one of those, you know, when you pop your fingers or your elbow or something and it feels better afterwards. Not that it feels better now, but I just felt it pop a little bit. So that I am moving it, but it doesn't enjoy it. But doggone it, I loaded that 365 to the yellow tower of doom. I don't care how short or how tall, how massively tall the giant pyramids are. I loaded it, and that's a big start. Nah, And speaking of getting to work, I'm gonna get back in the gym. I've got a date with a log and a deadlift bar. Let's go, lady! guys, that was another fun Sunday. To be honest, I can't tell you what part of my body does not just feel beat up. Everything ran in from, really training hard last Sunday, and my back being beat up, lower back. My lower back was again sore because my hamstrings, abs, obliques, hips, everything else were really sore and really tight. And it's a chain reaction. One thing leads to another. Next thing you know, your entire body is out of whack and is sore. Right now, my hips are sore, my knees are sore. My shoulder feels great, but my lat and rear delt feels, it's just getting knots. It's just compressing. A lot of that is still tied in with my pec minor. When I'm doing the deadlifts, I'm over here in between every set with a softball and a tube sock, massaging, trying to release my pec minor. As I hit the spots on my pec minor, it's actually releasing my lat and the piece that hurts in my lat. So it's just a therapy thing to release the pain in my knees and my hips. I've got trigger points in my quads. All this week, every night, I'm gonna be doing lots of massage therapy, acupuncture, E-stim machines. I may sleep every night again this week with the E-stim machines hooked to at least my shoulder and lat, as well as my quads or whatever major needs to be worked. I've got 2 days of rest coming up. I've got Monday and Tuesday, which, really as a parent, you don't get a lot of actual rest. You have non-training days. So, I have 3 training days a week, and the other 4 days are absolutely 100% family-based. From the point that I go to bed to the point that I go to bed. It's both my kids and my wife. Everything goes into them. So I put everything into these 3 training days, literally everything into these 3 training days, and the other 4 days of the week go everything into my family. And I'm blessed to have a family that accepts that I'm going to put everything into these 3 days, as long as they get everything into their 4. So running down from the start of the day, the super yoke, super emotional. That's all I can say. It's a great thing. It means I don't know, if I'm getting stronger, got pissed off, just had a good day. Don't know what it was, but I did it. Atlas stones, that was a lot of great work, and work is what I need. My body is still beat up, my shoulder is hurting. If I fix that, I've got a shot to do anything. I could use a deload for about 3 weeks. And the big thing with a deload is once you realize that you need a deload, you probably began overtraining 3 weeks ago. And it's gonna take you about 3 times that long to actually recover. So it's a 9-week process of fully recovering. So I'm not gonna take 9 weeks of a deload. I am gonna pay a little bit more attention into what I'm doing. And I need to balance out the intensity of the training and the testing, because sometimes for me, the testing is a lot less physically taxing, although more mentally taxing, less physically taxing than the training side. Log press, man, today was a big day. It wasn't but a few months ago I was hitting 120 kilos, 264 pounds for a single, for a max single. And last week I hit it for a solid triple, followed by a single with 270, 271 plus 30 pounds in chains for a rough single, but I still got it. And today is 132.5 kilos. That's like 291, 292 pounds for a rough single, but it was a good single. That arm's not wanting to lock out. You can see my lat not wanting to open up, but I still drove it out, pushed my head through, and that's great. All I have to do is turn that into a double, which is possible, and that puts me at 140 kilos or 308 freedom units for a single, and that's really where I want to be. And then I added the chains. The chains feel absolutely wonderful. That was really based off of about 115 to 120 kilo log press, getting a triple with 100 kilos plus, which is 220 pounds plus 30 pounds of chains for 3. That's really great after a max attempt, especially the way that I'm feeling. And deadlifts, man, I'm sitting right here on the bar. I'm gonna leave it here until Wednesday when I come back. I need to get out the door. 255 kilos. That's 562. That's way above what my training max was a couple of months ago, a short couple of months ago. And I added 70 pounds of chain and did it for a solid triple. Now, I am feeling my arm a little bit, felt it more in the warm-ups, but the more therapy that I did, the better that it felt. Got that for a triple. I mean, that's straps down. That's getting me more and more close to a 700-pound raw deadlift. And 700 pounds raw can easily turn into a 730, 745, maybe 750 straps up. Don't know if I can do that safely, which is not really important what I can do unsafe. It's important what I can do safe. But that's progress, guys. And I'm really trying to get through. I've tried hard to get through today because it is a very demanding day, physically and mentally. And then every time I set a PR on these events that I did today, it's hard not to get emotional because these events, Super Yoke, Atlas Stones, Log Press, Deadlift, those events mean something to me. They really mean something. Those events particular mean something to me. And I've been bad at them for so long because of health reasons that coming back and setting any kind of PR, and I don't care if you call it a 38-year-old PR, me being 38, almost 39, a 2016 PR, season's best, whatever you want to call it, I'll toot my own horn. It says a lot about my determination, my dedication, my ability not to give up. And whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, if I should have given up a long time ago, and I just simply haven't. My abilities as an athlete and as a coach to be able to sit down and lay out the training methods. I can seek tons of advice about squat, bench press, box squat, board press, raw, geared. But as far as when it comes to the events, these are my own ideas. These are things that I used to get strong 15 years ago. It's just 15 years ago, I only had to use these methods for a couple of weeks out of the year to build, and it would carry me through the entire season. Now I'm having to spend the entire season on these special methods of training just to get a couple of weeks of actual real max effort work out of it. And that's a tough pill to swallow, but that's part of being 38, almost 39. It's part of having 34 years of competitive experience on my body. And honestly, for being almost 39, still 38, for being 38, there are a lot of people that cannot do what I do in a given week. Strongman Sunday, powerlifting Wednesday, weightlifting Friday, trophy husband every day. So I'm tooting my own horn. If you want to toot my own horn too, you don't actually have to get your hands dirty. You can just click like down below. If you like my videos, if you think I'm put good information out there, if you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm absolutely nuts and I'm way off base here with everything that I'm saying, and you just want to make fun of me, hit like, hit share it on the Twitters, tag me so I can go back and hit like and friend you, tags for likes, whatever that is. Be sure and check us out over on the Facebooks at the House of Biceps. I post tons and tons of videos of all kinds there every day. If you appreciate me, let me know it. I appreciate you, and I'm going to see you Wednesday.